On the face of it, of course, the firm favourite in that one, as our two players re-enter the arena.
Thank you. Frame 5. Judd Trump to break.
And that man in your picture has a lot to do. Judd Trump really hasn't performed so far. 3-1 down. Needs to start finding his best form. 5 is the target for a place in the last 32.
Well, he's given himself a chance winning that 4th frame, of course, but if he can get this one on the board as well, 3-2, it's game on. He's got to apply a bit of pressure to this young man. Judd knows that. We don't have to tell him that. There's no reason why Judd can't win the match from here. But he's got to play a lot better than he has done in the early part, or early exchanges of this match. Might have left a red on here to the right centre. I'm just looking at the red that's left of the pink. Having a quick look at it now. It goes to the corner as well, but that's too dangerous because you'll be leaving the one onto the centre. That's why he's playing the safety. He's prepared to wait.
Just to bring you up to date with some of the other scores in the matches on the outside tables here in Wuxi. Steve Davis has got a frame on the board now against Andrew Higginson, who leads 3-1. Peter Ebden involved in a marathon battle with Zhao Gudong. Ebden 2-1 to the good in that one, but Gudong looking good to level the match at 2-all. Buy one, get one free. And David Morris level at 2 frames each with Gary Wilson. Morris having struck the tournament high break this morning, a 138 clearance to set the standard. £2,000 up for grabs for the best break of the week.
He's missed that by a long way.
Another lengthy battle in progress between Fergal O'Brien and World Championship runner-up Barry Hawkins. O'Brien leading that one 2-1. The 4th frame very much in the balance.
Wow.
Well, that's so unlucky. We'll talk about matches changing on certain situations and balls potted or flukes or a bit of bad luck. I wonder.
Well, Trump had a healthy slice of luck in the 4th frame, didn't he? When he potted the yellow inadvertently, having missed it to its own pocket by a wide margin. He didn't make a frame-winning break from that opportunity, but it enabled him to stay in charge of the frame, which he eventually won with a break of 40. So this could be another occasion when Trump benefits from the ill luck of his opponent.
9.
3-2, and the match would have a very different complexion.
Seventeen. $24. 25.
Well, I think Judd finds himself in this spot because it's not the great, let's be honest, not the great play of Lee Hang, it's been the poor play of Judd Trump. But he's looking to do something about it.
33.
Might just flick these two reds open here and try and get onto the black.
39.
Well, he chose not to play the cannon. Signs that the rhythm is coming back, Phil.
46.
Yes, he's yet to make a half century. Great opportunity to do that here.
47.
And that bad luck for Lee when he potted the black as well as his intended red. Looks like it could well cost him this fifth frame. Had that black not dropped, these points could have been his, and he could have been looking at a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, that was so unlucky.
The margins are fine, aren't they?
Certainly are.
55.
Needs a little cannon hit into the pink. Just medium pace. Ooh, that's unlucky. He was trying to push the red towards the corner pocket there and
60.
didn't catch the red full enough. And he's not over the line yet. Still needs one more red. I'm sure that he would have thought that, as we did, that he would have been on a red hit after that cannon. Well, there's nothing there. I don't think he'll take the plant on. Too much distance between those two reds.
And with the balls spread as they are, he was to take a risk. Could be very costly.
Well, he did take the plant on, but it's okay. The bonus is that he's put the red safe on the side cushion.
So 55 Trump's lead, still 59 remaining. Close.
But as Joe Johnson would say, no cigar.
Well, half a chance here for Lee if he can knock in one good red. Could get himself right back in this frame. It wasn't to be though, and that should be 3-2, although it's not a gimme for Trump by any means.
Just come back to that shot actually, Phil. As a friend used to say to me, unlucky for the gold wristwatch, take a goldfish. You can order that taxi now if you want.
Well, the red stays out, so there's still a bit of snooker to be played here.
A little fortunate to cover this red near the left-hand corner, but I think Lee can see this one near the green pocket. Well, he can play a safety off it anyway, but Judd's got away with one or two here actually towards the end of this frame. Still got a commanding lead. I don't know whether he can pot this. If not, he'll just hold the white at that end. Well, then that needs to run on. Just 59 on the table, 55 in the frame. Wow. What about that one? If if anything, it's his safety that's let him down here so far today.
It's felt like a casual performance from Trump today.
Good point.
Whether he's struggling with the conditions, we know that it's pretty humid out there in the arena. But he hasn't really shown a great deal of concentration. His safety certainly has been below par. That's cost him a couple of frames. And this one's not over. Enough points for Lee to pinch it, and the balls aren't particularly badly placed. Can certainly get right back in the frame here.
9.
That was unlucky. He just nudged the red away from the cushion a little bit more, but it could have finished better. But I think he's okay, actually. I think he can drop this in for the black or the pink. Well, the pink especially from that angle. Good pot.
70.
Nice cannon as well. Well, this could really unfold here because he's got the perfect angle to bring the yellow into play and stay on the red. And all of a sudden, within another shot here, this could be a chance to make it 4-1. And I'll go back to that word that you used to actually feel casual. Casual performance from Judd Trump. I think you're right. In fact, I know you're right. Well, I'm very surprised that he didn't try and nudge the yellow more into the middle of the table there. He would have been on the red, but chose to play it the other way.
Key shot coming up then. This is not easy with the rest. And in fact, he elected not to play it. And it's a pretty good consolation prize. Full ball snooker. And Lee is very much back in this frame. Yes, he trails by 32 points, but there are 35 left, and he's got Trump in some trouble here.
That was a good shot, wasn't it?
And not much margin of error for Trump. It's one thing hitting the red, it's another thing leaving it safe, and he hasn't even hit it. And he's left it.
Well, surely the miss should be called. Snooker not required. This should be called a miss.
Well, you would imagine that Lee would have queried that. He can pot the red. It's a thin cut. Elected not to play it, but yes, that's a puzzle.
Why was that not called a miss?
It's a bit of a mystery because
There was only 32 in it with 35 on.
Yep.
The snooker wasn't required.
Clearly it would have been beneficial for Lee for the balls to be replaced. It was a tricky one for Trump to get out of, not only to escape from, but to leave safe with the colours bar the yellow on their spots. And now it's Trump who has the snooker.
He's got away with that. Well, I think Brendan Moore, I mean, he's normally not, he's a very good referee, Brendan Moore, but I think he's missed that one. I think that miss, that should have been called a miss.
You would have expected Lee, though, to query it, wouldn't you?
Well, he didn't, did he? So, you know, in the sort of everything that's going on, the pressure of the match and everything like that, obviously he's trying to keep a clear mind, but if it had been called a miss, it would have gone back.
Well, another potentially big moment, because Lee had become favourite with the balls placed as they were. If Trump does win this frame, things are very different, but he's not won it yet. He's continuing to struggle, is the ace in the pack. It's just not happened for him today so far.
I'm just going back to that miss situation, actually. Well, I'm just thinking about the scoreboard. I think the scoreboard's right. When that last red was on and Judd, as regards the miss, I know it's gone now. But anyway.
Well, according to the scoreboard we're looking at on screen now, the difference is 28. A moment ago it was 32.
Yeah, with one red left, so it should have been called a miss. Anyway. Still a chance here for Li Hang to pinch this frame, make it 4-1. He's gone for the double. It's not far away.
One.
Well, that's okay, but he hasn't landed on a colour. And now it's 27. The difference with 27 on. Does he lay the snooker? Does he play the black? Didn't really want that in, of course. It would have been a good snooker. Might try and pot this. Mile away.
Li Hang 1.
I thought he might have just laid the snooker there, actually. But he can still tie with all of the 6 colours.
Not ideally placed, though, now, by any means. That was a slightly unusual shot as well.
Judd trumps.
Well, clearly there are issues with the scoreboard here. It's the only possible explanation. Not quite sure what's gone on here, because according to the scoreboard we're looking at, there were enough points there for Trump to tie. There was no way that Li Hang would have conceded that frame had that scoreboard been correct. So we can only assume there's been a malfunction. Anyway, it's now 3-2 to Li Hang.